So, naniniwala ka ba na mayroong human rights violation nangyari in the past administration?
Yun, sir, I am a law enforcer, sir. I'm not really say or to hear na magdesisyon ako kung mayroon o wala, sir.
I'm
But,
not asking you to make a decision. I'm asking you kung naniniwala ka mayroong human rights violations dito.
As far as yung narinig naman natin, sir,
You're a believer of the Lord Jesus and then you're going to lie to me?
na,
Wala na akong tawala sa'yo. Huwag ka na mag-text sa akin ng Bible verses.
sir.
Colonel Espinido, have we met?
Yes, sir.
When?
Hindi ko na recall, sir.
You remember, nung na-involve ka sa isang incident na may namatay doon sa Region 8,
Yes, sir.
I called you up, di ba? I called you up. Sabi ko, baka darating araw, baka masingil ka sa ginagawa mo.
Okay. Colonel Espinido, ako, kilala mo ako, di ba? Oh, you would even give me messages on the scriptures. Oh, I know where you're coming from. All right. Involved in the war on drugs. Am I right? Colonel Espinido? Okay. So what do you think of what's happening now? Comparing it to the past administration. You are now a director or a commander or what?
Yes, sir.
Where are you assigned?
Police Regional Office 8, sir.
Where?
Personnel.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I would like you to make a statement now. What do you think now? Do you think that there are really human rights violations in the past administration or not?
Good afternoon, it's Lebron, sir. And for me, very appreciated naman, sir, ang committee na to because napapakita lang natin sa lahat na may batas. But
Yeah, sagutin mo muna yung tanong ko before you appreciate this committee.
talk about, sir,
Kaya mo, kilala mo naman ako, di ba?
yes, sir.
Oo. And I'm not going to belabor my time in this committee if I do not believe in this advocacy. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you say you're a Christian.
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
You always give me verses. Binano niya ako sa Sabado. Ah? Hindi, sabi niya, kailan ka raw naging Kristiyano?
Matagal since, sir.
Matagal na raw. Oh, kailan?
Ang pagkakilala naman sa Panginoon, sir, since nagkataon na nakilala ko ang Panginoon, sir, ng pagka...
When did you receive the Lord into your heart? When was that?
I think, kuan, sir, mga first grade 2 or grade 3.
Therefore, you're not going to lie in this committee. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, naniniwala ka ba na mayroong human rights violation nangyari in the past administration?
Yun, sir, I am a law enforcer, sir. I'm not really say or to hear na magdesisyon ako kung mayroon o wala, sir.
I'm
But,
not asking you to make a decision. I'm asking you kung naniniwala ka mayroong human rights violations dito.
As far as yung narinig naman natin, sir,
You're a believer of the Lord Jesus and then you're going to lie to me?
na,
Wala na akong tawala sa'yo. Huwag ka na mag-text sa akin ng Bible verses.
sir. Hindi naman sa ganun, sir.
Sabihin mo, sagutin mo ako, Colonel.
There must be, sir. There must be.
Because bago ito believe ako sa'yo eh. Okay? Nasagutin mo na ako ngayon. Naniniwala ka ba na mayroong human rights violations nangyari in the past administration?
Mayroon, sir.
Meron.
Meron.
Okay, good. Salamat.
Yes, sir.
Oo. That's it. Oh, ikaw, naniniwala ka?
Yes, sir.
Ilan napatay mo?
Wala pa po, Your Honor.
Bakit di ka makasagot agad? Makasagot agad. Where are you assigned right now?
At the Davao City Police Office, Your Honor.
Davao City Police Office.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Kasi pinatawag ka dito because you were involved. You were actually involved in the killing of these thousands. You were actually involved. Hindi ka pinatawag dito kung hindi ka nag-involve. All right? So, can you tell me about that? Tell the committee. Were you involved in some cases in this Tokhang operation? Were you involved?
May mga legitimate operation po kami, Your Honor.
I'm not saying it's illegitimate. What I'm saying is, were you involved in any Tokhang operation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you are. You were also involved in the double barrel. Kasi hindi ko alam yun eh. Sasabi ni Congressman Akop eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Meron kayong involvement sa big time. Ano yun? One time, big time. Involved ka rin doon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where did you get the order to be involved? From whom?
In my superior, Your Honor.
Therefore, the Philippine National Police Brass, makikita po ninyo rito, I think that the commanders in every provinces or cities are doing their part without the leadership consent on this. Without leadership order on this. Oh, kaya natin iimbitahan dito si former President Duterte, because kami, narinig namin ang testimony ng mga biktima natin dito. May mistaken identity, may minor de edad, may driver lang dyan, nadamay yan. Alright? May user, napatay. Okay. Ako naniniwala ako, dapat ang mga pusher, arestuhin yan. Dapat yan, kasuhan yan. Pero hindi dapat patayin yan. Tama ako, Ken Espirido?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Tama, sir.
You see that? Pero maraming napatay. More than 7,000 drug pushers nakalagay dito. Were killed. 440 users were killed. Yun po ang naging problema ng past administration. Kaya natin inibitahan si former President Duterte is not to accuse him. I'm not accusing him of anything. Pero I want him to face the victims, and I want the victims to tell the story of what happened to them, to the former president. Because I know this to be true. He did not know what was happening in the ground. Being president, he gave the order to kill, but he didn't know what was happening in the ground. Tama ba ako? Am I right? So, inimbitahan po namin dito. Never to accuse him, but for him to hear the testimony of the victims. Ganun lang po. So,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Rosas,
Yes, Mr. Chair, since meron po siyang mga explanation regarding sa kanyang no. So dapat former president ay mag-explain din yung mga ginawa niyang matrix, 'di ba? Meron siya noon. Shinow niya 'yon nung time na 'yon. Plus yung mga lists, drug lists na walang legal framework, gusto natin malaman at maintindihan. So he should explain, Mr. Chair. 'Yun yung gusto natin malaman dito. Katulad din po ng panawagan natin para sa accountability kay Senator De La Rosa. Kung talagang katapang siya na hinaharap yung mga akusasyon sa kanya dito, dapat po sagutin niya yon, Mr. Chair.
I'm hoping and praying that they will come and join us in the committee hearing. Oo. Colonel Busita,
Other concern, Mr. Chair,
you have a question to ask.
for the PNP, other issue.
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair, before we leave these people, may I ask some questions?
Would you
Kasi other
give me,
issue yung kanyang kwan eh.
Congressman Akop first?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Colonel Espinido, have we met?
Yes, sir.
When?
Binibigyan mo question.
Hindi ko na ma-recall, sir.
You remember, nung na-involve ka sa isang incident na may namatay doon sa Region 8,
Yes, sir.
I called you up. Diba? I called you up. Sabi ko, baka darating araw, baka masingil ka sa ginagawa mo. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Baka darating yung araw na yun.
Yes, sir.
I reminded you that. I called you up. Diba?
Yes, sir.
But you went on with your activities. Tama?
None, sir.
Intindihin mo yung sinabi ko. You went on with your activities. Hindi, wala naman akong sinabi na illegal na activity. I did not qualify that. You went on with your activities. Kasi darating tayo doon sa banda roon eh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Kayo naman, taga Davao, nasaan na kayo ngayon? Assign.
Davao Norte Police Provincial Office, Your Honor.
PO3 ka?
Yes, Your Honor.
Bakit hindi si SPO2 Pinheiro ang sumasagot dahil siya ang, sa tingin ko, siya ang most ranking sa inyo eh.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Carmen Municipal Police Station, Your Honor, Davao del Norte.
Were you ever assigned in Metro Manila?
I remember, Your Honor, in 2016, Your Honor, from Pro 11 to NCR, Your Honor.
So, ibig sabihin, from PRO 11 in Mindanao, you were reassigned to Metropolitan Manila. Specifically, anong lugar? Anong unit?
Dito, Your Honor, sa Batasan, Your Honor,
Quezon City.
Quezon City, Your Honor.
Quezon City. Lahat po kayo?
Kasama ko, Your Honor, lahat kami, Your Honor.
Now, how many were you, PNCOs that were transferred from Region 11 to NCR?
I remember, Your Honor, 8 of us, Your Honor.
8.
8, Your Honor.
And your team leader was Colonel Patay.
My superior, Your Honor.
Major?
My superior.
Yes, kaya nga siya ang boss ninyo. Kasama nyo siyang na-transfer from Mindanao or Region 11 to NCR.
Hindi naman, Your Honor, bali, nauna sa Your Honor bago kami.
Kaya nga, sumunod kayo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, nauna siya dito sa Quezon City, sumunod po kayo.
Yes, Your Honor, kasi na-orderan kami, Your Honor.
Naintindihan ko naman yun. Kailan kayo nabalik sa Region 11?
Ako, Your Honor, after Quezon City, Your Honor, na-assign ako ng CIDG headquarters, and then
Who was
Yun
your
nga.
boss sa CIDG?
na-shoot ako ng order na napunta ng Region 3, Your Honor, na
Hindi nga.
Sir Patay,
Hindi
yung
mo naman ako sinasagot eh.
Sir Patay, Your Honor.
Sa
Sa
CIDG.
pagdating na namin sa Region 3, Your Honor.
Hindi, teka. From Quezon City, na destino ka ng CIDG
Headquarters, Your Honor.
sa Camp Crame.
Yes, Your Honor. Yun ang order namin, Your Honor.
Yes. Sino ang kasama mong na-assign doon?
Hindi kami sumabay, Your Honor. Siya yung nauna.
Sino?
Yung mga kasama ko, Your Honor.
Sino sila?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nauna sila. Sino ang opisyal na kasama nila na transfer sa CIDG?
During the time, Your Honor, halos nauna lang siya, Your Honor, sa amin.
Sino?
Sir Patay, Your Honor.
So, na-assign din pala sa CIDG.
Yes, Your Honor.
As what?
Regional Director, Your Honor, ng Region 3, Your Honor.
Ginawa siyang Regional Director ng Region 3.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, sumunod din kayo sa CIDG Region 3.
Pagdating namin ng headquarters, Your Honor, may order naman na punta naman kami ng Region 3, Your Honor.
Yeah, hindi naman kayo makakapunta ron na walang orders eh. Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, lahat din kayo, 8, doon din.
Ay, nadagdagan na kami, Your Honor.
Ilan ang nadagdag?
Hindi ko na alam, Your Honor, nakalimutan ko na, basta may nadagdag.
Nadagdag sa inyo pero hindi nyo kasama sa Davao.
Parang hindi na yata, Your Honor.
Ganun ba?
Parang hindi
Kaya
na
hindi
yata.
mo kilala dahil ang nadagdag, hindi nyo ka nakasama sa Region 11.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ha?
Yung iba, Your Honor.
You agree with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So, kailan kayo nabalik sa Davao?
Pagkatapos ng sa IDG, Your Honor, na-assign po ako, na-orderan po ako ng Maritime Group, Your Honor, na dito sa Krami.
Sabay-sabay kayo?
Hindi, Your Honor. Iba rin lang yung assignment nila, Your Honor.
Ikaw, saan ka na-assign?
After sa IDG, Your Honor, na lipat po ako sa, ano, Your Honor, sa PSPG, Your Honor.
Police Security
Yes.
Protection Group.
Yes, Your Honor.
Si Maderable.
PSPG din ako, Your Honor.
Ha?
PSPG din ako.
PSPG. So, na-assign kayo sa PSPG. Sino po ang naka-assign na ninyo na VIP?
Wala pa akong VIP time, Your Honor.
So, doon lang kayo sa headquarters ng PSPG.
Yes, sir, sa ano, Your Honor, Davao, Your Honor.
Sa Region 11 PSPG.
Yes, Your Honor. Pero dito muna sa headquarters, Your Honor.
Yeah. I know. So, nabalik din pala kayo, nabuwag din pala. Because I remember a report, I do not know from kay Attorney Neri or kay Attorney Conti. Ang basa ko doon na there were 10 special teams. Yun ang composed of 15 personnel. Pero ngayon ito, 8. Yun po yung kwan. Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Chair.
If I may be allowed, Mr. Chair, meron lang po akong other issue na gustong itanong sa PNP.
Go ahead.
General Salvador, sir. Meron po ba kayong memorandum na pinirmahan last June 22, 2024 with subject reiteration on the proper conduct of checkpoint operations? Meron po.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama po ba na kaya kayo naglabas? Napansin din ninyo or nakarating sa headquarters na almost all checkpoints ang sinisita at hinuhuli lamang ng ating kapulisan ay mga motorcycle riders.
Yes, Your Honor. That was the general observation, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, on behalf of the riding community, gusto ko pong magpasalamat kay General Salvador at napansin po rin ninyo yan. Now, my question, Mr. Chair, is General Salvador, sir, may mga reports po na ito ay lumabas nga noong June 22, 2024. However, until now, may mga police station personnel tayo na hindi po natin alam kung ito ba ay yung nakasanayan na binabaliwala ang memorandum ng headquarters or hindi po nila alam.
Your Honor, we will check with the ground commanders because normally again, it's supposed to be disseminated. That's why in every offices, there is a police information and continuing education. So again, we will check the commanders if that particular memo has already been disseminated.
You know, Mr. Chair, noong kami po ay nag-undergo yung sa police, hindi ko matandaan masyado yung eligibility na may interview. No po. Na-interview po ako at isa yan sa tinanong sa akin, anong naobserbahan ko sa PNP? Sabi ko, well, ang PNP, talagang magagaling yung mga opisyal dyan. Pag tiningnan natin yung kanilang directives, policies, parang wala ka ng idea ang pwedeng idagdag eh. But the problem is, when it comes to implementation, pare-pareho naman po tayong Pilipino, very poor. Parang katulad po, Mr. Chair, there are police officers riding motorcycle without helmet. Actually, Mr. Chair, may memorandum yan eh. May accountability yung chief of police. Pero meron na po bang napag-explain o nabigyan ng administrative sanction na chief of police dahil yung kanilang personnel hindi marunong sumunod? So, same with this concern, Mr. Chair. Hindi talaga tama na ang hinuhuli at sinisita lang sa checkpoints mga riders kasi sino po ba, Mr. Chair, ang nagkakandak ng ambush? Anong ginagamit? Four-wheel vehicles. Sino po ba yung nagtatransport ng kilo-kilo na shabu? Four-wheel vehicles. Sino po ba ang may long firearms? Four-wheel vehicles. Hindi naman kayang ikarga yan sa motorsiklo. Now, going back, maraming salamat, General Salvador. But the problem is, until now, parang nagiging katawa-tawa lang itong memo na ito. Meron po ba tayong measures na itong sistema na ito maiko-correct natin, Mr. Chair?
I agree with you, Mr. Chair and Your Honors, with respect to dissemination and cascading of operational directive. There is somehow challenge when we talk about how it's going to be brief to other ground commanders. But of course, we do have programs when we talk about validating whether these particular directives are disseminated through red teaming operations, Your Honor. And
Mr.
that
Chair,
is what we will do with respect to your concern, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, nire-require po ba ng PNP headquarters na mag-submit ng report every time na magkaroon ng conduct or checkpoint operations ang ating tao sa field?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, going back to the compliance to dissemination of operational directives, normally we require field officers to issue a certificate of undertaking that those particular operational directive has been effectively disseminated, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, pwede po bang itanong sa ating kay General Salvador kung hanggang kailan po natin kayang implement ito properly? Until, what I mean is, inaasahan po ba natin na within the week, okay na to?
Yes, Your Honor. As I've mentioned, the red teaming operations is constantly being made to do their respective tasks, Your Honor.
General Salvador, sir, sa ngalan ng public service, ano po ba ang asahan natin kung by next week may mga checkpoint operations pa rin na hindi sumusunod?
We have mechanisms to make them explain, of course, if they fail to implement that particular directive, Your Honor. And we will require them to explain and subject those who violated that particular directive to administrative investigation, Your Honor.
Pwede po ba nating expect na i-relieve sa posisyon yung mga hindi marunong sumunod?
So long as the policy dictates, Your Honor, we will, Your Honor.
So we will expect that, Mr. Chair. Salamat, General Salvador, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Umani naman ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa ating mga netizens. Ayon kay Conrad Ocanda, tunay na pulis itong si Col Espinido, salute you sir. Kung makapagtanong itong si Kong Abante ay akala mo'y talagang napakalinis. Pahayag naman ni Frelon Beleza, I believe Sir Espinido is solid PRRD. Shame to all these congressmen using their powers for their own selfish purposes. Most Filipino people are so ashamed and believe that you are disgrace in this country. Hoping that we never see you again in the next election. At ito naman ang saloobin mula sa ating kababayan na si Rolando Palomo. Ang tanong ko rin sa committee ito, mayroon bang nangyaring human rights violation sa paglusob ng SAF sa mga lugar ng KOJC? Mga kababayan, feel free to comment below para maglabas ng saloobin sa balitang ito.